Hello, everybody. I hope this message finds you well. We are going to be talking about that November energy and that Beaver moon tomorrow. I went ahead and I know I usually do the monthly energy, and every now and then when I feel it's a special moon, that energy is really there on target. What I do is I give it its own reading, and today I'm letting this Beaver moon breathe. It's going to come into our space for a little bit. So I want to welcome my return viewers and welcome my new viewers. I thank you so very much, and I appreciate you all. Don't forget, if you're so inclined, to give that thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and share out. Thank you so very much. We're going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to talk about the energies that I have been pulling in and bringing in. I've got my notes. Life gets busy, and I don't want y'all to miss anything that I have picked up collectively for, all the signs. I may or may not do, depending upon time. I may do individual, just little quick snippets for the month of November. If there's a particular sign you really want to see, just shoot me an email and we'll see what we can do. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to go over some highlights and then we're going to discuss these. Now, these are the energy for what the Beaver moon is going to bring forth for the month of November. We've got the soil, the seed, and the harvest. And we're going to talk about those because they are right on line, right on target with the energy that I was picking up. So let's get into that. Let's get into the energy. So what we've got is we've got this powerful energy coming from the Beaver moon. And it's an unmasking. It's as if it's unmasking the vault. Things get dragged. And let me just say this before I forget. The Beaver moon is asking for the truth to be revealed. It's bringing forth the truth, whether you're hearing it or you're delivering it, depending upon which side of that energy you're sitting on. However, the November and the December moons are very important, especially in this year of 9, the endings, making way for the new beginnings. So you've got the Beaver moon, which is demanding the truth, and the cold moon, which is in December 4th. What that is going to say is, if you have not aired it out, it's like speak now or forever hold your peace, but it's not peace. It's speak now or forever hold this chain. That's the kind of energy that I got when I was channeling the information to provide to everybody, okay? So we're going to get into that. I didn't want to forget the difference between and why these two moons are really important. And as far as the Beaver moon goes, it is a moon of release. It's releasing the truth. It's releasing all the wrongs in your life, regardless of whether you were the recipient or the giver. What you want to do, and what I'm going to do, is when you do the release, you write it down, you burn it, and you in a fire safe container, people, a fire safe container. You're going to burn it, you're going to write it down, you're going to release it, bless it, and let it go. This Beaver moon is so very important too, especially to me this year, because this is closing out a cycle that began this moon, and this time period between November and December is closing out everything that started to begin in 2021. So it's cleaning out that cycle. And for some of you, it's going back to 2018. All right. I can get more in depth, but I want to keep this short and sweet. But some of you 2018, some of you 2021, and what this is doing is closing out a cycle. What I plan on doing is taking black paper, and on that black paper, and why did I pick black? I picked black because Black is absorbing all the negativity, everything. It is absorbing it, and it is making it a neutral energy. And at that point, I'm writing in gold and silver ink on black paper. And then what I will do to release it is when I am outside with my drum and I'm burning it in my fireproof container, I will then, once the ashes are cold and I have sung and lamented on everything that I have wanted or that I need to release, then what I'm going to do is bury it with a rose quartz, because I'm returning it back to Gaia, and I want to send it and transmute it and alchemize it with love. So it will be buried within the grid work of Gaia, and it will be buried with love. So it will alchemize all that pain and transform it into love. All right? So that is just something you may want to consider. If you don't have black paper, you don't have black paper. You just write it down. If you don't want to part with a rose quartz, you can use something significant to you, or you could just, drop a penny in there. It's an offering. And drop a penny, drop something as an offering as you release. So it alchemizes it, all right? So once again, I'm going to try this again before I digress again. That's why I have notes, people. All right. So it's unmasking. It's things that were, I'm almost getting it as like in the family vault. Things that you could have been burdened with from the like generational, curses or responsibilities or things that interfered or, lies that were told, handed down, or no, we don't talk about that here. We don't talk about that. It's kind of, it's like things are coming out of the vault. Things are coming out of the vault. People are going to spew things that you had no idea about. All right. For some of you, you will be the one who is spewing, and some of you are going to be the ones who are receiving. All right. So there's going to be a lot of aha moments, a lot of clarity, a lot of epiphanies in the month of November. A lot of this is going to spark off at the Beaver moon. As a matter of fact, what I would suggest you do is at, the peak of the moon, you should, I would say when the moon first, comes out, or the morning. I would do it in the morning. I think I would do it on the morning, tomorrow morning, which I probably will. As you are honing in to the Beaver moon and the November energy, raise your window, listen, or as you're on your way to work, listen and kind of think about what is the first, when you're honing into what it is that you want to see, or is there any messages for you, what is the first thing that pops up? What are the images? What are the feelings? And explore those. Those would be something really great to take into tomorrow evening for that moon. All right, so receipts are about to be delivered for whatever's in that vault, because there are receipts. This is not just random garbage that is being spewed. There are receipts that are getting ready to be handed out. All right. You've got the throat chakra static, because we've got that retrograde coming in. So that is the shadow, I think, starts actually the 5th, 6th, because the retrograde is the 9th. So something to keep in mind is you're going to want to double check everything, and, contracts, all that kind of stuff. You're going to want to make sure. So right now, you're going to have that throat chakra static. So revelations might come out a little bit sideways. Might be something along the lines of a leaked voice note, or a leaked email, or a leaked message. It's going to be something that, for some of you, it could be accidental. Somebody might have sent you a message that was for somebody else, and now you're discovering that there was this whole conversation that you were not included in that was about you. All right. So, or it could be, other things, but I think you kind of get the idea. It could be like an accidental reply. So you want to make sure before you jump on that type of information that you kind of rehearse your response, because you want to choose your words very carefully during this time period. So once again, it's wrapping up a lot of things that began for some of you 2018, for others of you 2021. So you want to make sure you rehearse your responses and you pause, that you don't react right away, okay? You want to make sure that you look at it as best as you can. Now, for the month of November, as Scorpio is a month of, transformation, regeneration, secrets, things of that nature, and you've got the moon, the Beaver moon, is actually in Taurus. What's that? That's financial, that's security, that's love, it's self-love. It's love of luxury, love of the finer things, love of stability. I'm bringing this up for a reason. All right, so for the month of November, you got that kind of thing that I kept getting was, taking care of your body, taking care of your money, your budget, and just like recalibration, your mind, realigning. So this is all going to be screaming, at you around the 15th. You might actually want to scream into your pillow so you can shake off some of that energy that is going to be running through you during that time. As a matter of fact, you might want to just, move your body, shake it out, 5 minutes, 9 minutes, shake it out. Get outside, 9 minutes. 9 minutes keeps coming up. 9 minutes is important. 9 minutes. So shake, get outside in nature, shake around. Doesn't matter who sees you, just get it out. So you want to make sure, I'm getting 9 minutes, but if you don't have 9 minutes to invest, try at least 5 minutes, okay? This is going to release any blocks that you have. It's going to release anything that has been stagnant and stuck. If you have had a creative block, this is going to release it. It's remember, November is going to be, for some of you, like your boon month. It's that epiphany, that contract, which you want to double check, that opportunity coming from out of the blue, or a disruption that actually puts you where you need to be, and a change in your life where you're actually pursuing your passions and your desires. But it's something that's coming unstuck. Sometimes things have to be loosened several different ways to get you out. So, like I said, it could be abruptly, there's just transformation and change, but it is going to get you unstuck, and that's the best way to look at it. And once again, I've got the notes here about the ancestral downloads. This moon is actually, I believe it's dealing with old curses, inherited debt, stories. I've already said this. Stories we don't talk about. Things that have to be cut out of your life, alignments, vibrations. This is going to be a month of transition. There are going to be, it's been happening all year long. It's not just this month. This is going to be a culmination of more. Once again, December is the month where, you need to speak the truth or find the truth now, or it will be a chain that you wear forever. And they're showing me like the Grinch, the Scrooge, that's what it is. They're showing me that guy that walked around in chains. I can't remember, but they're showing me that you will carry that around forever if you do not release it between now and December. So you may want to get out there and do that little release, especially on the full moon. If not, you're really going to want to get to cutting these ties and realigning and getting where you need to get for the month of November. Now, let's see. This is going to put you on your path. And once again, I think it's going to put a lot of people in lining up and vibrating towards like their passions, desires. It's going to show you that. It's like, show me what's ready to be seen and give me the courage to keep what's mine. So that's the type of energy I was getting. Show me what's ready to be seen and give me the courage to keep what's mine, because some of you might have to fight for it. All right, so that's what you need to do. Let's see, some of you might want to say a little bit before you go to bed on the 5th and write down your dreams. You're going to want to journal a lot this month. Pay attention to the spiritual signs, because I just keep getting that high priestess energy whispering in your ears, synchronicities. Things are going to line up. That, for some of you, there's going to be opportunities that you never imagined. There are things that are going to be coming in your direction before the end of this year. That's going to take you, for some of you, it might be before March of next year. But for a majority of you, and I get the number is high, it's before the end of this year. Now, the Beaver moon is not going to be polite. It's like a cosmic excavator. It's going to dig up things that are going to hurt, okay? But you're going to have to face them, and you're going to have to be strong enough to carry everything into the light and alchemize it. Once again, those rituals help, all right? So breathe, shake, and speak. That's what you want to hold on to. Breathe, shake it off, and speak your truth. Speak the truth, nothing but the truth, because you don't want to carry these chains forever, all right? So it feels for some of you, like I said, this is closing out a cycle. So it's as if you are stepping up. You're stepping up into a safer vibration frequency. Some of you are going to actually, there are some of you who I am at this moment feeling there's new friendships that are being formed, that you will now form them, that will carry you through to the end. I'm feeling they're like lifelong friendships for some of you, and those are going to pertain to the people who have felt a lot of betrayal and quite alone. All right, so we've got that. So the Beaver moon is show me the truth. The cold moon is going to be air it out or wear it forever. All right, so you're going to want to make sure you are releasing everything. And let's see what else we've got. That is things that are going to be shown. They actually, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. I have been picking up this energy for some time, and you can take it as you want. If you have a different perception of it, that's fine. And it could be based on information not only in your personal life, but the world stage, as we see things transform and take new shapes. A lot of people are on edge right now. So what I kept getting was, I don't know if you know, and if you don't, you can Google the short story of it, the Cliff Notes, about Balaam and Balak, the donkey. And what happened is Balaam kept beating the donkey, and the donkey kept veering off the path because he had been hired basically to place a curse on the Israelites, and he was on his way to do that. But the donkey kept veering off because the donkey could see something that he couldn't see. And at about, I think it was like, I don't know, it was either the second or the third beating, the angel finally showed himself to Balaam. I'm probably mispronouncing it, but Balaam. And what ended up happening was he ended up having to bless the Israelites because he could only speak God's words after that. But the donkey was a seer, and the donkey was trying to protect. The donkey could see things that Balaam couldn't. And I've been picking up that energy quite a bit lately, like with bridge workers, the King's Cross. I'm still getting that king energy. Do I have to talk to y'all about that? But it's definitely refusing to walk a cursed road is how I was picking it up. The donkey did not want to walk. It could see what Balaam couldn't see. So it doesn't have to do necessarily the energy that I was picking up, that something's going to happen in Israel. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the donkey could see the cursed path. And because the angel was there to smite Balaam, all right? And the donkey could see that. And the donkey did not. The donkey was trying to avert. And instead, he was abused for trying to help somebody out. So the donkey did not want to walk the cursed path. Rachel, what does this have to do with November? Because some of you are coming online. Some of you are tapping into more of your intuition. And if something doesn't feel right, and you can see it and feel it, and you're getting berated by others because you don't want to do it, walk away from them. Walk away. Let them walk that cursed path on their own. There is nothing more you could do. Do not feel any guilt. It's almost like return to sender energy. I've been getting that a lot too, where a lot of people, will alchemize it, turn it into love. They don't want it to come back on. There is no guilt with that. There's no guilt to return it back to somebody who did something spiteful. There is no guilt to that. You can alchemize it with love for yourself and understand that you are protected. But in any event, you are not. You're going to refuse to walk a cursed path, which means you're not going to be manipulated into doing anything this month or through the end of the year that doesn't feel right. Some of you are coming online. I feel the gifts amping up, like the volume is being turned up. So I'm getting a lot of that. So, it's like I was saying on the thing, the dreams are mine, the mirrors are yours. You keep your dreams and let them deal with their mirrors and their reflections. The dreams are mine, the mirrors are yours. They don't belong to you anymore. So let them just go off on their own. So let's see what we got here, because Balaam walks away. So he ended up having to bless him. So that was one thing. If you get into that story, he ended up having to bless him because he could only speak the words that God provided, just so you know. So go within, feel it out. If there is an important decision, if you're at a crossroads, if somebody makes an offer to you, feel into it before you accept it. The pause is going to be very important this month, especially with that retrograde energy. I do see a lot for people, unexpected money, financials. I see a lot of things with financials unexpected, hopefully for the better. A lot of opportunities. Some of them are coming from something derogatory, leading to something positive. And for others, it's just a change. It's a quick change. It could be a promotion, things of that nature. But I see step ups, but you've got to remember that truth may be what sparks it off. It could be a sideways communication, but it will open your eyes. It's like Balaam. His eyes got opened, and then he was about to see his pitfall, his death, and that donkey was trying to save him. All right? So there are things of that nature. Take it however you want it. All right? So we've got that. So what I'm going to do now, I think I've covered, thank you. Let me put this over here out of my way. So let's see what we've got for, I'm going to make a little bit of room here. So for the month of November, what Spirit has given me, and this is what I pre-shuffled right before I came on here. This is the soil. This is the soil. This is the seed. And this is the harvest. So what we've got for the soil is the dawn of gunpowder. There comes a moment when the spark no longer waits for permission. So you can look at this as, once again, the epiphanies, the creativity. So what does this mean in relation to soil? This means that there is a beginning, a spark. The soil is ripe for things to happen. They're going to be quick. The soil is so fertile that it's going to be quick. The epiphanies, I'm getting like epiphanies at dawn, epiphanies during, from dreams, lucid dreaming, write down your dreams, lucid dreaming, feeling into your intuition. There is something that's going to lead you somewhere, but it's a spark. Now for others, you want to make sure that, because there's also an explosive, a reaction. Once again, pause. There, because we've got that retrograde, I have to stress this. Because we have that retrograde and things may not be communicated properly or perspectives may be skewed, meaning that it could be meant one way and actually taken another way. Do the active listening thing, step back and pause, feel into it before you make any decisions, because this is going to be quick. And sometimes when things and offers and things like that come at you quickly, you may accidentally miss things that you needed to see, to be aware of. Once again, think of Balaam. He didn't see that cursed path. He didn't see the angel there getting ready to smite him. So there are things that revelations that's going to open your eyes, and it's going to be like, oh my God, that was going to happen to me if I did that. Oh my God, it's that kind of energy is what I'm getting there with that. But once again, we've got for the seeds, creative projects, taking off, epiphanies, writer's blocks cleared, blocks cleared, stuck energy cleared. It's all going to shake loose. Remember, breathe, shake. Get it out of your system. Pause, breathe, shake. You just get it out of your system, because there's a lot of creativity, a lot of movement, a lot of inspiration, a lot of breakthrough, a lot of exploration. This is also saying the seed is expanding. It's curiosity, so it's growing. It's looking at other avenues. It's branching out. All right. So, and that's also an 11. All right. So we've got the harvest, and the harvest is the Lady of the Sea, and it's embrace gratitude as the key to abundance and joy in your life. So gratitude is what you need when you get into manifestation. And as we carry this energy, the spark, what we're coming in November is the revelations. It's our eyes being open on that path. It is our eyes being open on that path. We're no longer going to let somebody beat us. They're on their own, all right? You're not walking down any cursed path. You're not doing it. They're on their own. Revelations will be made. Ancestral things will be broken. You've got all kinds of things going on in the month of November. Make sure you do your release, because it's all about the release. All about the release. So you want to make sure you are living in gratitude, because gratitude is what you need as the number one thing to get into manifesting your intentions. And the way to do it is to feel your way into it and start walking that path, because it's not going to drop in your lap. All right. So when you feel into it, you feel if you're guided into the right, and you're asking for the divine wisdom for your eyes to be open so you can see the pitfalls that are in front of you. And remember, release because December, that cold moon, if you have not aired it out, if you have not spoken, it will be a chain that you wear forever. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and break this energy. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the comments, drop your perspectives. If you want to converse about it, feel free. If you don't want to do it in the comments, feel free to shoot me an email. I've had some subscribers actually contact me and ask me about this funky energy with the Beaver moon, and it's because a lot of people's lives are already in the process of being that disruptor, that spark, and it's taking them into another direction, and they just want to make sure that their eyes are open and they're seeing what is on the path in front of them. So I hope this helps, and I want to say thank you once again.